After Luke Skywalker defeated Darth Sidious and brought his father Anakin Skywalker back to the light side in Return of the Jedi, he set out to search the galaxy for ancient Jedi temples and artifacts. Luke Skywalker discovered a lot of information about the previous history of the Jedi Order and how the Republic ultimately fell. I'm going to break down exactly what Luke Skywalker knew about the Clone Wars and Order 66. Before we dive deep into it, hit that subscribe button to be notified when I release more Star Wars lore content. Only 20% of you who are watching are currently subscribed, so remember to hit the button if you do enjoy the video. Obviously, sorry about the voice, let's just hope I don't have the big C virus. So what I'm going to read to you is a page out of the journal of Luke Skywalker after he began his journey to discover every piece of knowledge possible about the Jedi of the Republic era. Along the way, he also discovered various information about the Old Republic, lightsaber types, and rare Force abilities. So let me know in the comments if you want to see videos about what Luke learned inside of these ancient Jedi temples. The following page in Luke's journal is a note about how the Clone Wars began and how the Jedi were transformed from a peacekeeping organization into a group of generals in a large conflict. The note was intended for students of Luke Skywalker's new Jedi Order to learn and understand so that the same mistakes of the past would not be repeated. So here it is. As Separatists assembled a droid army to overthrow the Galactic Republic, the Jedi who had sworn to defend the Republic went from being peacekeepers to soldiers. Though the Jedi Order had thousands of members in its ranks when the fighting began, the Jedi High Council knew their numbers would not be great enough the endless legions of mass-produced droids they would face. Working with the Senate, the Jedi oversaw the training of a clone army that would be used to protect the Republic. These genetically engineered soldiers were designed for combat and would serve on the battlefront under the command of the Jedi who had been appointed generals in the Grand Army of the Republic. That journal entry right there clearly shows that Luke has an extensive knowledge of the war and the events that led to the rise of Emperor Palpatine. Luke Skywalker does even go on to say that the Jedi were blinded by the light side of the Force and ultimately became the very thing they swore to destroy. Luke added that the Jedi fell to the light side of the Force just as much as his father Anakin Skywalker fell to the dark side. Luke vowed that his order would never make the same mistakes as the Jedi Order of the Republic era. Following this, we get a look into another section of Luke's journal where he talks about Order 66 and how the Jedi were ultimately purged from the galaxy and eliminated down to only himself and his two masters remaining. So here's the passage. As the Clone Wars reached their climax, it looked as though the Jedi and their clone army would be the ones to claim victory. If only they had known that the Supreme Chancellor of the Republic, Sheev Palpatine, had secretly orchestrated the whole conflict as part of a plan to take control of the entire galaxy. When the Chancellor's betrayal came to light, a number of Jedi Masters confronted him, but they were slaughtered by the power-mad tyrant. The Chancellor, now revealed to be the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, issues Order 66, a secret protocol that forced the clone troopers to turn on their own Jedi generals and murder them in cold blood. Few Jedi survived, and those who did, including two who would one day become my masters, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Master Yoda, went into exile as the dark side rose and the Empire began to dominate the galaxy. It's really interesting to see that Luke somehow discovered exactly what happened in the Chancellor's office before his arrest in Revenge of the Sith. The only people who saw the deaths of the three Jedi Masters were Mace Windu, who later died, and Palpatine, who would likely not have told anyone about the incident. So let me know down in the comments how you think Luke gathered this information. It's also really awesome to know that Luke found out about Order 66 and what the clones did to the Jedi Order. This definitely would have made it difficult for him to trust Rex later on when they very likely met as part of the rebellion. I'd love to know all the stories Rex could tell Luke about his father during the Clone Wars. So that is exactly what Luke knew and thought about Order 66 and the Clone Wars from the Star Wars Secrets of the Jedi journal book. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button for more awesome Star Wars lore content. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.